Second weekend of the finals, the semi-final. And the Titans kick it down to Jonathan Wright in only his second final. He plays the ball on the first of the game, and Moi takes it up to be met and put away by the Titans on the Parramatta 30-metre line. Now for a carry for Hindmarsh. And he's met by the impregnable defence, the brick-like defence of the Gold Coast Titans. Hayne quickly into the game. Lowry went ahead, Harrison is down. Ashley Harrison, I think it was a head clash again. How many of these have we seen this year?
Way too many, Ray. Todd Lowry hitting it forward. A stack of benders come in, and Ashley Harrison, left side of the head, poleaxed.
Yeah, got him in that bad spot, didn't it? Just behind the ear. This young man will not know where he is at the moment. That's a terrible start, isn't it?
Played the full 80 for the team last week. Had a few forwards to do so. Could have a worse start to this game, John Cartwright. He's already got Sam Tagatisi up onto the sidelines. Played centre a few weeks ago. John Cartwright said he's a weapon for the finals. But he's put him back to the bench.
He's a tough boy, this boy, though. Young Harrison. They'll give him every opportunity to come good. He looks as though he's clearing up a little bit. There's a replacement, eager to get on the field, but still concerned for his mate. And now Harrison looks as though he's going to take that slow, assisted walk towards the sideline. Tagatisi gets an early entry.
What's the record show now? Brent Kite, Isaac de Gois. I know that wasn't a head problem, but the number of players that have been ushered off in this fashion in the opening set of 6 in this finals is quite eerie.
Yeah, well, it is very reminiscent of last week, isn't it? Newcastle with Isaac de Gois, that knee problem. He was gone in the opening minute. I'm sure that Harrison will be back. As Gus points out, he's a very tough individual, origin player.
When they get you behind the ear like that, it's amazing. You sort of know what's going on, but you've got no control over your limbs and you just fall like a sack of spuds.
So Tagatisi has gone on in jumper number 16. So punctuation start. Big proportions in the opening set of 6 to this first semi-final. And Hayne it is that puts a towering kick down the ground. Taken by Zillman. You can see that he was dodging around, putting himself in position, so the wind is playing its part down there. Now David Mead. World Cup under the name of David Moore. 3 internationals for Papua New Guinea. Now for Chris Walker. Playing in the centres tonight. Now LaFranchi. Good strong run, and it doesn't come as a shock. He ran it straight at Mortimer. Now it's a way for Prince to go in and finding Bailey. And a low tackle from Moi. Up the top was Wright together with Hindmarsh. Now to the boot of Prince, and Prince gets it down into that corner where Hayne is waiting. So the crowd, probably none of them prepared to say that he can't run 90 metres even this early in the game. They rose. Now for Gross. And Gross, who knows what it's like to run 85 or 90, as he did last Sunday. Now for Ben Smith. And he'll play the ball inside his own 30-metre line. Nathan Careless stepping away from Preston Campbell and shouldering his way just outside 30. Second set of the game for Parramatta. Moi, a play behind the ruck, did well. Smith is with it. And Ben Smith will play the ball 5 metres his side of halfway on 5. As it goes to the red boots of Jared Hayne again. And this one sits up a bit. And it's again with Mead. Hayne leads the race, but Mead is able to beat him. And it's Ben Smith who makes the tackle.
He's even become their main kicker, Jared Hayne. He kicked the ball twice as often last weekend than both Jeff Robson and Daniel Mortimer. And the first 2 this evening as the ball kept alive to Tagatisi, slips over just outside his own 20.
Yeah, that ball was given to him by Minicello, keeping the phase going, or putting the second phase together. Now it's Henderson in the run onside Michael on the 30-metre line. Behind Bailey he goes to Prince, the other co-captain. And now it's with Mark Minicello again. playing the ball down his own end of the ground. And Bailey it is that grinds it outside the 40-metre line. 5 tackles now gone for the Titans. It goes to Prince's right foot. It's bouncing down into the in goal, and Hayne, he's not prepared to wait too long. He says to Burke, come with me, and they pick him up and try to chair him back. But Hayne will play the ball 8 metres out from his own line. So the first 2 kicks of the game have been fielded by Hayne. And a lot of people were of the opinion that the Titans would kick pretty much exclusively towards Burke, or kick it in the touch, or kick it dead in goal. Lowry is with it now. 25 away from their line. Hindmarsh puts a play on towards the short side. Doesn't go anywhere. Walker's defending over there with LaFranchi. That's on the right side for the Gold Coast as Kalis spins out of a tackle. Out to the 40-metre line for the 5th tackle clearing kick from Mortimer. Tagatese put a shot on young Mortimer, who's still getting up and getting up groggily. This was the kick. Tagatese lunging at Mortimer. A play that I think I might have seen earlier in the season bring penalties. So it's with Minicello now, and he plays at 5 into Parramatta's area. Here's Luke Bailey, 15 metres into Parra's area, and Friend gives it on. Henderson away, Campbell over. It's now with Prince. He stopped and put a little kick in. Walker's after it. Big trouble for Hayne, but he gets there first and boots it over the sideline.
Lovely vision here from Scotty Prince, I think it was, as the ball came left. Henderson realised the defence had given him space, so he offloaded it on the outside. It trickled along to Prince. He throws the dummy. He sees that Luke Burt got up quickly, and had that ball sat up, it could have been very, very interesting. Jared Hayne with no alternative but to kick it into touch. Both Walker and Mead were stampeding down on the rolling ball. Nevertheless, it'll be a Gold Coast scrum feed, and they're on the attack.
And in this short break, Daniel Mortimer has received attention, really struggling out there. He took some heavy contact to the side, and he went out onto the far side. You can see him pointing on the other side of the scrum. Physically, he's still trying to overcome that hit from Tagatese.
So great chance here for the Gold Coast. Scrum win, 10 metres out from Parramatta's line. The forwards breaking quickly. So Friend, dummy to Campbell, gave it to Bailey. And a penalty goes to the Titan. Right in front of the uprights. Hayne penalising for offside.
What are you doing? What are you doing, mate?
Scott Prince went up there. It was almost a secret. It was almost like a secret. What are you going to do? I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Yeah, well, Scott Prince always knew what he was going to do. And as is Scotty Prince's way, he was playing a little bit to Parramatta and the crowd. And they will take first points in this contest after a very, very bright opening. They had the loss of Harrison, but their football's been good. They've controlled the ball. They've kicked and chased well. And if anything, have got the better of the opening exchanges. Here's the offside play against Parramatta. Referee Hayne right on the spot. And Scotty Prince will open the scoring this evening. There's Harrison in the dressing room. He looks better. At least he's got a ball in his hands, and they'll be wondering what he's doing in there, but sooner or later the fog will clear and he'll want to come back out.
I don't think that will be the last time we'll see a kick put through for these wingers as well. I don't think there is a quicker pairing than Kevin Gordon and David Mead in this competition. They are absolute flyers, and Parramatta will come up, and there will be opportunities to get in behind them, and Scott Prince, well, there's no one better in the game to read that. It took Jared Hayne. He had to put the foot down to get there, otherwise first try was going to the visitors. The first point's about to go that way as Mortimer continues to stretch.
Gold Coast Titans have lost their last 2 games, but have not lost 3 successive games this year. And here they are to take a 2-point lead in the first semi-final after 7 minutes of time. Prince, one of the captains of the team, raising the flags. John Cartwright, the coach, biting the fingernails as he watches them jog back to position. Probably still worried a little bit about Ashley Harrison, because he is really very much the glue in any unit.
He's done a great job, Johnny Cartwright, with the Gold Coast Titans in the 3 years since their inception. I asked him a couple of weeks ago, how are you handling it? You look so much under pressure up there. He said, I love every minute of it.
Michael Henderson, if he says me correctly, another of the youngsters to come out of Aaron irrigation area down in Griffith. And played now by Minicello for Matt Rogers, who was taken away in scary circumstances last weekend. He's back, he's out there, and obviously well enough to play. Now for Bailey on the Titans' 40-metre line. Friend it is who passes for Henderson. He ducked under a tackle from Moy and Highmaster's there to help. So Prince it is that stabs it down, and Bird is back on his own line. So he and Jared Hayne have seen plenty of the red zone for Parramatta, haven't they? It's been judicious kicking from Scott Prince. Now Hayne out to the 20-metre line. Robson was the dummy half, now for Growth. And Parramatta almost to the 30-metre line. Now for Hindmarsh. He runs it over towards Friend in company there with LaFranchi. So now for Kalis, and Kalis goes short for Robson. Robson almost to the halfway line there. Tackle 5 again. Oh, trouble from Hayne. Then he decides to chip and chase. He'll regather. No, he puts a kick on it, and it's picked up by Zillman out in the deep. Zillman comes back towards Mortimer. Mortimer is really, really struggling. Here's Mead, almost tackled by his own team. Penalty goes to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, Jared Hayne was pretty quick to realise there that the referee had called young Friend out. Nathan Friend ran through to put pressure on, and the referee said you're offside. That gave Jared Hayne a little bit more room, and he just sprung into action, put the chip kick in, nearly got it back.
I got great doubts about young Daniel Mortimer seeing much more time out there. Now they're running the play at him. LaFranchi it is. And bravely the kid goes in to make the tackle, or help make the tackle. Here's the Titans with another great chance. Bailey, 10 metres out from the line. Playing it for Friend. Prince ran a decoy to the short side. Friend comes across. Then it's with Preston Campbell. And Campbell evasive. We knew that. Pulled down by Hindmarsh. 9 out. Friend for Minicello. Mark Minicello it is who's pulled down. 2 metres out from the line. To the right side. It's gone to Campbell. Puts a little kick in. And Luke Burt. He decided to gamble. And he won.
And this was a rush kick here from Preston Campbell, because his outside support players got in front of him.
Mortimer's gone.
He got a deep ball back. His outside supports were in front of him. He couldn't pass, and it was forced to kick. What are you saying, Peter? Mortimer's had enough?
I just saw the trainer signalling to the sideline. They've got a few options, I would imagine, but maybe for letting Mateo come into the contest earlier than the coach would have wanted. Only played 21 minutes last week. Got hooked after throwing a poor pass.
Moy. And 40 metres away from his own line. Of course, it's the same for Lady Mateo, who can turn a game in the twinkling of an eye. Last week, of course, he had a rush of blood, and as Peter said, he was hooked from the ground. He could well be the catalyst in this game if he does come in and have to play that big part.
He's on now.
Mateo out there, Zillman returning the kick. It was taken by Keating underneath the tackle of Ben Smith. Now it's Rogers finding Gordon. Kevin Gordon. Most of the players been going to his opposite winger. This is Tagatisi. He's right on the halfway in the centre of the ground. Daniel Mortimer coming from the field. Bailey. Now for Lowry. 2-0 in favour of the Titans. 11 minutes gone in the opening semi-final of the second weekend. Now for Prince to go away again to Tagatisi. 16. Brought into the game in the opening couple of minutes with the injury to Ashley Harrison. Chris Walker might have been in front of the kicker. Luke Bird got a friendly bounce, and he's tackled by Campbell.
Well, he made it friendly, Luke Bird. It was a wonderful pick-up as we see Mateo, his first touch. perfect completion rates from both of these teams, but at the moment the Gold Coast with a little bit more football are on top, finding it easier to make ground. But the penalty to Parramatta will be very, very well received.
Both teams have completed every opportunity they've had. Parramatta's had 6. Gold Coast have had 8. Tagatisi was the man penalised. Both have completed their sets. It's a 100% completion at this point in the game. Moi! Who was on the end of that? Henderson. Now Kalis, now Robson, now Ben Smith. Down the right side. It's gone to Reddy, but it went forward.
Well, somebody bounced off Fui here. There was hair and heads going everywhere, but no one was going to give in. Look at this. Bang! Look at that. Both heads rocked back. Neither one gave an inch. Fui probably got the better of it, but he had the momentum. And then Ben Smith with a nice little surge down the right-hand side, got him behind them. The ball was knocked out. Reddy came up with it, but they've ruled a knock on. There goes Mortimer with Dr. Johnson. That's your Dr. Evans.
Yeah, he certainly is. He's had his own health problems through the year. Avid follower of the team, not just the doctor.
I didn't know he had time for anyone else after looking at the view.
Henderson will play the ball now, 30 metres out. Plays it back for Fred. Now to Frankie, up the middle.
The good thing about Rabs, he does a fair bit of self-diagnosing.
Fred goes short, and Bailey is confronted by Hindmarsh originally, and then by Lowry. Play in the middle of the ground, and Prince, who's really conducting the orchestra out there, and that won't worry them, kicking it dead.
You know what I like about his kicking game tonight? Every kick he's made, he's been on the front foot. He's actually been running with the ball before he kicks it, which means his forwards are doing a good job to go forward and give him space. There hasn't been much pressure from the Parramatta chasers, and that's why he's been able to get the kick deep into enemy territory.
It's Parramatta again with Robson to the 40-metre line. Desperate tackle by Zillman.
Oh, gee, it was a risky ball from Eric Grove, but it's worked out okay with Reddy heading centre field, halfway line. He gets a pass away beautifully.
Now they go wide. They go wide quickly. Callis to Hayne. Hayne fends away from Walker. Walker keeps going after him and pulls him down. Penalty Parramatta. Walker all over the top of Hayne. Brings a penalty from Maxwell.
And now we see the first test in defence here for the Titans. Parramatta, with the little bit of ball they've had, have been threatening. Now they get the ball in great field position. Here he is, Jared Hayne, hop, skip, jump. His own man, Folletti Mateo, stopped his progress there. Otherwise, he looked very dangerous.
There's Moi in the centre of the ground. Played 30 metres away from the Titans' line. Now they're 20 metres away. The Titans lead 2-0, played by Kalis. And here's Robson working it back to the blind side for Smith. Ball to be played 15 metres away from the line. Up at the southern end of the ground. Robson lays it back for Moi again. And Henderson again was on the end of it. So it's gone away now to Robson to find Hayne. He's tackled the ball to ground. Good tackle that from Tagatisi.
Yeah, good defence.
Now Andrew's got an injury update for us.
The injury report on Daniel Mortimer. He's gone up the sheds. He's got a hip pointer injury. They're going to inject it and see how he goes. They're incredibly hard to play with, but the hip pointers. And Ashley Harrison, he's been given the all clear to come back from that concussion, so he could be back soon.
What about Fui and Mr. Henderson? Aren't they sorting each other? Oh! I got to say, Fui's got a points decision at the moment, but he's made of stern stuff, Michael Henderson. He'll keep coming back for more.
I wonder would a crash helmet help?
How would you like to be on the end of that, Rabbits?
Well, he's a kamikaze. He doesn't seem to care. He doesn't slacken off. It's foot to the floor and cop this. Kazam. Now Friend, no looking, away for Rogers. And Rogers playing the ball 35 away from his own line. Played for Friend. Bailey ran a decoy, working off the ball. Prince, they go out to Walker. Right, better be careful. Walker's fast. he got away from Mateo before Wright actually put him to ground. Now for Scott Prince to go to Brad Myers. Titans' own version of the Wolfman. Now it's with Prince, and he kicks back and he kicks deep. It'll go out way over the back of the dead ball area.
He was unlucky, Scotty Prince, on that previous play when he threw the ball to Myers. He wanted it back, and they had troops out on the left and had Parramatta outnumbered. Myers, however, just backed into the line and took the tackle. He was a bit too conservative to throw the pass. Scotty Prince was very disappointed not to get it.
Growth is with the ball now. Eric Growth Jr. plays it, and Nathan Hindmarsh carries it outside the 30-metre line. Ball to be played back to Keating. He goes across and brings Moy into it again, and they were able to bend him backwards this time, mainly through Mark Minichiello. Careless now, takes it up towards halfway, got a ball away. It's gone on to Robson. Robson on to Mateo. Mateo to Lowry. He strides into vacant pasture. He passes. Oh, Jonathan Wright, what a pickup. I can't believe he picked it up like he did. Now it's gone from Lowry. Ball puts a kick over, looking for number 100. But it's run into the in-touch area by LaFranchi. Line dropout.
That is wonderful football, and again it comes off the offload. Forward standing in tackles, unable to ignite the men out wide. And as soon as they did unload the ball, these fellas out wide were screaming for it. Great pick-up by Jonathan Wright. And on the last play here, Luke Burt with a little kick off the outside foot. Plenty of cover there from LaFranchi. He diffuses it, but the Gold Coast looking a little bit threadbare out wide. The offloads are the killer for them.
10 seconds,
As soon as their second phase play, Jared Hayne and Mateo will come into the contest.
Scott Prince then restarting from the line dropout. Underneath the uprights at the southern end. Here comes Moy, and Henderson waits for him again. He's going to get up again. He's going to get up again. Here's Robson, here's Lowry, and Myers has got him on the 20-metre line. They've got the Titans stretched at the moment. Here it comes from Keating out to Hindmarsh, and Hindmarsh is held by Friend and Myers and Bailey. 12 out from the uprights. As Keating dummies right side, goes to Mateo, he'll score! Mateo has scored for Parramatta! First try of the night! First try of the semi-final!
An indication of what this young man is capable of. He has got wonderful ball skills, but he's a very difficult proposition to tackle. He's rangy, athletic, and when he gets one-on-one in this kind of situation, the advantage is often with him. I think he comes up to LaFranchi, who is a good defender, pushes him up high, and gets the football down early into the game for Lenny Mateo.
Jamaica. Welcome back to the football stadium. You're watching the semi-finals exclusively live on 9 and sending this telecast to a lot of people watching our game around the world. And the conversion from Luke Burt of the Feliti Mateo try. Andrew Johns is on the sideline.
Yeah, Mateo, so hard to handle. He's a big man, over 100 kilos. You see how fast he gets across the advantage line and the footwork, but it's the hands. See the show of the ball. That gets him one-on-one with LaFranchi, and just too much class. And gets up, shakes it around. He doesn't know what to do. Outstanding.
$41 he was to score the first try. Feliti Mateo. And this kickoff is large. Oh, it's too large. It's not large, it's massive. And it brings a penalty.
You can't believe it, can you? It's only adrenaline, but these are the things you've got to get right in big matches. This goes way out the back. It's a massive kick. And Parramatta straight back on the attack. And this was about the point of the game last week where the Gold Coast really struggled. They were frantic early, enthusiastic, but the nervous energy wore off and the Broncos ran in 3 tries in quick succession. They've got to hold on here.
So ready it is, who takes the tap. Robson's done a couple of very good things out there. The forwards have developed some second phase plays. Moy's pass suspect to Hindmarsh. 15 metres out from the Titans line. Oh, slow play the ball. Titan injured. No, he's okay. Keating gets it away. Robson on. Ben Smith dancing. And he'll play the ball 8 metres out from the line. Play back for Keating. He goes for Moimo. Moimo again, thumping his way ahead. Goodness gracious. If that's not inspiring others to do the same, I don't know what will. Here's Robson, inside ball. Careless for Heinmarsh. And Scott Prince has pulled off a try-saver. Last tackle for Parramatta, Robson. It's gone from Keating, I should say, to Mateo, who loses the ball. It's okay to play on, said the referee. The ball is bouncing, it's found Hay. He comes to Myers, he gets rid of him. He runs away from Friend. He runs away from Friend again. He runs a semicircle. He comes outside the 20. He shows the ball. He's still going, Hay. Oh my goodness, he's thrown a pass, it's gone to ground. And eventually, and I said eventually, we'll go back and restart the game after the train is finished.
Wow. What about that? How unlucky are the Gold Coast Titans? They throw 2 bad passes, Parramatta, and it ends up in the hands of Jared Hayne, who goes east, pirouettes, comes back, turns west, and nearly gets them for a try. Ashley Harrison onto the field. Gold Coast look really vulnerable here. Parramatta are surging strongly.
Brad Myers just outside the 30-metre line. And that is LaFranchi with the ball now.
And it's Michael Henderson who's walking slowly around the field.
It's got Prince, he fires a pass and right. And went for the intercept. It's with David Mead now for the Titans. 35 metres away from the line as the ball is rubbered down for Hayne. And he comes out to the 20-metre line.
How electric was Jared Hayne in that passage of play? The whole, you just watch the crowd. The crowd all got on their feet.
This is the combination of Gross and Reddy. And a penalty to Parramatta. He must have been playing an advantage, Hayne. Shane Hayne, I'm talking about. He waited and he waited. He stood in the same spot as Moimoi comes off. And Daniel Mortimer, some ice on that hip. It's a strange old script, isn't it, when you think about the evolution of this Parramatta success. And it's largely hinged on the back of Mortimer and Hayne. And Mateo, of course, has been away injured. Here's Robson going away to Mateo, who comes into the side through the misfortune of Mortimer. And I think it will inspire him to really give his coach the best he's got. He's already done that. 35 out from the Titans line. Keating, a show. Nullavow is out there, the only member of the Parramatta squad to wear the premiership ring. Now it's out for Hayne. He puts a kick back into the middle. The bounce is off the uprights. And there's a chance for Parramatta's Nullavow. 6 more tackles is the call.
Go left.
Nullavow plays the ball. It's out to Ben Smith now. And he's wrestled down by Mark Minicello. Hayne in the dummy half. Robson's with the ball. Robson tries to break free.
Left.
Held by LaFranchi. Keating to Mateo. Inside ball for Heinmarsh. And he's picked up and put down in a double tackle there, including Luke Bailey. Played by Heinmarsh. Spun by Keating. It's with Hay. He's got the ball away, but Ben Smith puts it down. Now a knock on.
Yeah, no advantage there. Ben Smith, first infringement. Just hanging on, the Gold Coast Titans, but they've had opportunities, Parramatta. In my opinion, gone the wrong way a couple of times when they've had big overlaps. Smith trying to get on the outside of Hayne into a hole. And then this pass going astray. In this day and age, you've got to go 10 metres forward before you've claimed an advantage. Nowhere near that.
Just setting the scene for you again. If the Titans win, play the Bulldogs here next Friday night. Parramatta win, they'll play the Bulldogs at ANZ Stadium on Friday night. Here's Brad Myers on the 20-metre line. Matthew White has gone on for Luke Bailey. And they don't look that much dissimilar, actually. Minicello playing the ball. Friend going away for Zillman to find Walker. Walker plays the ball on the 40-metre line. Here is White. And he's put down just into Parramatta's side of play. 5 gone for the Titans. Scott Prince hooks this ball back and across, and Hayne almost leisurely as he runs across to fetch it in. Moi just getting some attention there from one of the trainers, one of the rubbers. Now Hayne again plays the ball inside 30. It's gone over to Tim Manor, and Manor strains and gets the ball outside the 30-metre line. It's gone away now for Lowry, who's made 2 line breaks in the game. And Luke Bailey is off now for the completion of his first session. Here's Nullaval. Minicello the tackler. And it goes from Robson's boot down to David Mead. Mead coming away outside the 20. He'll be made to play the ball 30 out from his own line.
29 minutes gone, the score is 6-2. I've got to be honest, it feels like 26-2. I can't believe the Gold Coast are still hanging in there on the scoreboard, given the run of play.
Now it's with White. And he'll play the ball on his own red line, the 40-metre line. His friend across and away. There's a gap. It's gone to Walker. Walker's taken by Lowry. Played by him. Prince to dummy half. Harrison has a run and fends away successfully from a couple before unloading to Campbell. Ball comes out in the tackle. It's with Prince. He gives a pass away. It's gone from Minicello. It's over with Rogers. Rogers is with Reddy now, and Reddy puts him down. And 6 more tackles has been ordered. As it goes to White again. And the Titans, they go inside the 30-metre line. 22 metres in from the western side of the footy stadium. Myers pulled down just inside 20 by Nullaval. Friend, a one-handed pickup. He goes away to Lafranchi. Lafranchi will play the ball. Friend looking for his playmakers. Campbell gets the call. Campbell gets away from Mateo, but he's pulled down by Wright. 10 metres out from the line. Now from Zillman it is. He gets the ball away for Ashley Harrison. Harrison on 5. Playing the ball 5 metres away from the line. It's with Scott Prince. He puts it in. Knock on there, I think, from Robson. No! He's called it off the boot. Shane Hayne saw what I was talking about, but he called it coming off the feet. Now Parramatta throwing the ball inside their own 20-metre line when under pressure. Here's Gross out to the 30-metre line, centre of the ground. 6-2 in favour of Parramatta. Mateo a try, and it was converted by Luke Burt. Now Scott Prince took a penalty goal for the Titans to open the scoring tonight. Ball down in the inside the 20-metre zone, and Gordon is hit down and goes for the accelerator. His tackle just beyond his own 30-metre line by Tim Manor. Now Rogers runs from dummy half, and a gain of almost 10 metres finds him 8 metres short of halfway. Minicello with a carry, and then an offload, and Brad Myers has got, I thought he knocked on, and he did.
Oh, you've got to keep your eyes on the ball here. This is wonderful work to get the offload away, and there was 3 Gold Coast players standing there not watching the play. That's why he knocked it on, because he panicked. Minicello gets it back, and look at this, they're all standing around watching, and Myers snatches at it and drops the ball, and the Gold Coast could ill afford that. There's Mortimer still looking to get treatment. You see they've cut a little bit out of his bandage there, and they'll put a cover over the top of that so that there's no impact where the injury is.
This is Jonathan Wright.
It's still a very tough injury to play with, though.
Tackled over there by Chris Walker. Now for Lowry, and he's picked up and put down just outside 30.
Sorry, Ray, difficult situation too, as Todd Lowry will get a penalty. He had to do something in the tackle.
Firstly, I thought he just dropped it, but he's ruled that it was taken from him.
2 in a row, Kevin, against...
And that's the call on Daniel Mortimer. There's no tomorrow if they lose this game.
Let's go, Jeff.
So if they put him out there, they do so to try and win it. But if they get through it, it may well cause a problem for next weekend.
So Parramatta then with this very big opportunity to extend their lead. They're 4 points in front at the moment. They play the ball in the middle of the ground with Tim Manor. Now it's with Nathan Heinmarsh. He looked at Joe Nullava and said, "You're in as much trouble as I'm in." Takes the tackle, plays the ball. 4 out from the line. Keating goes back to Mateo, across to Reddy, and Reddy is taken by Gordon coming in off his wing. So Hayne waits patiently for the play the ball from Reddy. Then it's gone through Mateo and gone to Robson. It's gone back to Tim Manor, and he's picked up by Nathan Friend and Brad Meyer. 4th tackle then for Parramatta. 12 metres out from the line. Keating to Mateo to Robson. Here's Robson getting a ball to Jonathan Wright. And that was a wonderful tackle by David Mead.
Great defence.
So Lowry on the last, back for Robson. The kick, and Hayne is after it. Parramatta's got the ball, they scored a try. Ben Smith had scored. Hayne was taken out in back play. But Ben Smith, he's the man they should have been attacking.
And I'm delighted for Ben Smith. It's a comeback from Ben Smith. He was playing back in the New South Wales Cup earlier in the season. He's a centre 3/4 that has transferred into the back row. In the last 3 weeks, he's played 80 minutes. Behind Jared Hayne last week, he was Parramatta's best. He's leapt high, never took his eyes off the football, and slams it down.
Well, here he is. Ben Smith, the kid from up in almost the New England. There's the kick and goal. It's successful from Luke Burt. Andrew Johns.
I'll give a rap to Jeff Robson. He doesn't get many raps, but he's been outstanding tonight. He's broke the line a few times, but his kicking game there, that's pinpoint. And it's a smart kick. Kick to the tall man in Smith. They targeted Rogers there. They knew that Smith would get over the top of him. But Jeff Robson, a great kick.
Take the tip, Scott, that's all I'm telling you. Just take the tip.
Yes, he certainly is one of the unsung heroes. The gatekeeper actually asked him who he was the other day. He said, "I'm a player." He is able to walk the streets and nobody knows who he is. And even when he's got a spare hour or two, he goes to work. He does a bit of landscaping to get away from the luxuries, if you like, of professional football. Played here by Lowry. Now it's come away to Mateo, and this is for Heinmarsh now. Put down on the 30-metre line at 12-2. Parramatta leading with 4 minutes of the first half to go. Mateo turning the ball inside for Tim Manor, who gets some leg drive out towards the 40-metre line. Keating giving it to Nullava to Robson, and Robson tries to squeeze through, but Minicello, who's been good, makes the tackle. Here's Hayne, and he puts a kick in, goes high and across the ground to Mead. He's had a lot of work to do, David Mead, over there on that right flank for the Titans.
They've just got to be careful here, the Gold Coast Titans, because Parramatta are really in a groove at the moment. We know from last week, statistically, Parramatta, when they hold a lead of 10 points or better in a game, are 9 from 9. They've never been run down from this situation.
Campbell playing the ball. It's a short pass away to Ashley Harrison. He'll play it just into Parramatta's area. Tomorrow night, the Broncos and the Dragons, live at 7:30 from Suncorp Stadium. What a game that's going to be. Wayne Bennett takes the Dragons back to his former home. Prince's kick will be smothered by Robson. No, he batted the ball to Hay. Gee, I don't know that all of that was necessary. Back inside your own 20-metre line. But then again, it came off. And I guess with hindsight, it wasn't a bad play. But gee, they do take some risks at times when they don't have to. Here's Growth having the ball taken from him, and it's...
He went for it, he played the ball.
Yeah, he's ruled that it's a Parramatta feed, claiming that the player that took the ball away from Growth had played at the ball. That would seem pretty obvious, and so he's going to give the loose head and feed to Parramatta.
Yeah, well, just under 2 minutes left on the clock, and Parramatta in this frame of mind are not to be underestimated this close to the half-time break. They've looked really good when they've gone to their left. Every time they get a second phase play and can put the ball through the hands, they threaten to split this Gold Coast side. And I still think they'll have something to say before the half-time break.
Played by Jonathan Wright. And this is Todd Lowry, who's been one of their best. He's really been in magnificent form in the last 7 or 8 weeks, but tonight he's made a couple of line breaks. He's looked very, very dangerous. Unfortunately, he was in that head clash with Ashley Harrison in the opening set of the night. Now Mateo, and he's put away just on the Gold Coast side of halfway. Now it's come away for Nullavow. And Joe Nullavow, who was a member of that Penrith Premiership side that won it in 2003. For Jared Hayne, he puts a kick straight down into the in goal, and it's going to be a 20-metre restart for the Titans. That's if they've got some time.
Just repeating again, Parramatta 9 from 9 this season when leading by 10 points or more. The Gold Coast Titans twice this year, they've trailed by 10 points and have come back to win. And we saw their stirring second half performance against the Broncos last week, where they nearly reeled in a big lead. This won't help.
There's no advantage here for Parramatta. Keating had the ball, but then it was knocked on.
Parramatta players have stopped the clock, so they still think with 19 seconds they can post something in this second period, and half-time can't come quickly enough for the Gold Coast Titans, who have defended willingly, but at the same time look very, very vulnerable when Parramatta control the ball.
Hayne it is at first receiver, very wide on the right of the ground. And here he is with the ball inside the 40. He decides to take them on himself. He's tackled on the 30-metre line. Jared Hayne playing it back to Ben Smith. Now for Jeff Robson, then a run around with Nullavow. And Robson decides to try and find the hole himself. Right on the 20-metre line. Play back for Hayne. He's going to take a shot at goal. He takes the field goal shot. It's successful. They add one to their tally. 13 plays 2 then. I'm not quite sure about the mathematics in all of that.
Well, you may as well take one when you can get it. And probably Jared Hayne just proving that there is absolutely nothing in this game that he can't do. 40-20s, kick down fields, score tries, try assists, save tries. Now you can tick off field goal kicker. He can do it all.
I once remember a coach saying, if you go down there, come back with something. Please bring something home with you. Well, they brought a point home with them that time. Toyota half-time is coming up. The big play that made up Bundy Red's smooth move. Big plays. Peter Sterling, Andrew Johns provide their expert summations. And we get the latest from TAB Sportsbet. That's after the break in Toyota halftime. Say nothing. Say nothing. Toyota Orion delivering power with control. You're watching the finals football. Would you stop looking at me? You're watching the finals football on the home of big time sports, Channel 9.
It's an unusual looking scoreline at Toyota half-time, the one that the vast majority of Eels fans here this evening would be happy with. 13 points to 2. The side has grown in stature, the blue and golds, on the back of a lot of possession. Now early on, the stats would show that the football was with the Titans, but it turned around that much at almost 60% in possession for the Parramatta team. The missed tackles mounting in defence for the Gold Coast side, and tackled in opposition 20. Well, it is 2-1. I've got to say, Andrew Johnson, 13 points to 2 is a lead that Parramatta should at least have going in after the amount of football and field position they've enjoyed.
Well, it feels down the feel of the game. It feels like the Eels are in front by 20 to 24 points. They're that far in front. They've been outstanding. The second half now, they've got a strong win behind them. If they play smart the first 15 and close this game out, they could run right away with them.
Okay, well, there is Daniel Anderson addressing his troops. John Cartwright, a little bit to do, but only an 11-point margin. They stormed back against the Broncos by a much greater deficit last week. and I'm sure that he will be looking to change just a few things in his game plan, but most importantly, to hang on to the football. Now, Bundy Red, smooth moves, 2 tries in the first half, the first coming in the 20th minute by a replacement player, but somebody who I think will grab this opportunity.
Oh, he's sharp around the ruck. You see he got the ball here, showed the ball, just got one-on-one with a great defender in LaFranchi, but just too skillful. Outstanding.
Yeah, we're talking about Felipe Mateo there in jersey 15 and not far out from half-time. A kick across field, and Ben Smith, who's doing a great job again tonight, climbed highest.
I say Ben Smith's so enthusiastic, leads a kick chase, gets down there, climbs above him, but a great kick by Jeff Robson. I think it's been outstanding tonight.
The Gold Coast led 2-0, and a late field goal from Jared Hayne, the last tackle of the first half, extended that lead to 11 points. It hasn't been smooth sailing for both teams. Ashley Harrison left the field with concussion very early on, and Daniel Mortimer, after being hit by Tagatisi, never recovered. He was always in trouble.
Well, we talk about consistency in our game. Start of the year, that would have been put on report, penalty straight away. It was a little bit late. The hip pointer injury, which he's got bravely tried to inject, I understand you and saw him still. They're incredibly hard to come back from.
Yeah, just ducked in on the way down here for half-time, and he's a shattered young man at the moment. We won't see him back in the second. Oh, well, there you see. I doubt we'll see him back second half. He's too valuable a commodity to risk, and with those kind of injuries, you can't avoid the contact. But speaking of contact, what about Moi v Henderson tonight? How good has that been?
Honestly, the whole stadium was shaking. This is what people pay their money for. Phil, he's coming off the back fence, and to his credit, Michael Henderson standing in his way saying, "Bring it on, big boy." But some of the noises and the collision, this one in particular, Phil had a 40-metre run-up, and Henderson let it down, and he put his body in the line. Look at the size of him. Honestly, you need an elephant gun to stop that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to wrestle with it, would you? TAB Sportsbet, they reacted accordingly. Minus 15.5, the line now, $1.90 each team, plus 15.5, obviously the Titans. That might be an obvious statement, Joey, but the first try score of this second half, I think, is so vital.
Well, if the Eels score, Sterler, they've got a strong breeze behind them. If they play smart, and Hayne, if he gets plenty of ball, I think they can go right on with it. But, Gold Coast, they score first. They got match winners. Chris Walker's looked dangerous tonight.
Okay, sudden death, 13 points to 2 at half-time. The Parramatta side just in front of the Gold Coast Titans will break and be back with all the second half action here at the SFS in just a moment.
Welcome back to the football stadium on the second weekend of our final.